Hello! The last time I filmed this video, I think I posted it 11 months late, but we're doing it on time this time. Back at it, gang! Okay, so for those of you who don't follow along with my channel, which is probably most of you, I do a video every year where I talk about all of the makeup that I wore the year before, and I categorise it all, talk about how much money I've spent, things like that. I'm doing this for 6 years now. On my channel you'll see the last one that I did, which was 11 months late, was my 5-year sort of recap of everything. I've split everything into 3 categories. We've got lips, eyes and face. We'll start off with lips. I finished 3 lipsticks this year. All of them were NYX, soft matte metallic lip cream, 2 of those, and a Cosmic Metals lipstick. I can give you the amount of these. So in total it was 13.4 grams / milliliters. I do it all as the same, which comes down to about 0.04 grams a day. But I can't give you the price for any of those because apparently none of them exist anymore. This isn't an exact science. This is just personal interest. We then have eyes, which is the middleist category. I finished 8 eye products in 2023. I finished Soap and Glory mascara, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Urban Decay singles. A few years ago I took all of my eyeshadow palettes and sort of took all the pans out of them and put them into all one palette. It's called depotting. I think there's a video about it on my channel, which means I don't actually know which Urban Decay palette everything came from. I do know they're Urban Decay because I remember which palettes I depotted. Yeah, video about that on my channel. I posted it a few years ago. But I've estimated £3.75 for each single based on the cost of the majority of their palettes when I bought them. I also finished liquid crystal eyeshadow from Beauty Bay, 4.5 grams, cost £5.36. Soap and Glory mascara, 10 grams, £11.99. So in total that comes to 8 products, 25.4 grams of product, which averages as 0.07 grams a day. In total it's £33.60, which comes to about 9p a day. Okay, let's move on to face. So I wore in total, finished 21 face products this year, which is a lot more than normal, but I'll get to that in a second. Finished 1 foundation, Photo Focus foundation, Wet n Wild, 30 grams, £8.69. I finished a bronzer from Rimmel, 14 grams, £6.99, and then the rest of the things on here are free foundation samples. Now, I spent pretty much my entire summer working outdoors, and I'm allergic to sunlight, so I went out and got as many free samples of foundation with high SPF in them as I possibly could to find one I wasn't allergic to. And I did actually find quite a few, but then I found something else. Boot Skin, like a foundation range, which had really, not foundation, like primer / moisturiser range, that had really high SPF in it that I wasn't allergic to, so I actually ended up using that instead, because it was significantly cheaper. If I can find a picture of the range, I'll put it on here. But if you have sensitive skin, I would really recommend this, and they only sell it in the summer, unfortunately. But yeah, I use it pretty much every day, and then just got normal foundation on top of it. So yes, the foundation samples were useful, but I ended up actually finding a much cheaper alternative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 foundation samples, which I finished. So in total, yeah, that's 21 products, 67 known grams of makeup, which comes to about 0.2 grams a day, which makes sense because the sort of base of your makeup is the biggest part of your face, obviously. £15.68 I spent, which comes to about 4 pence a day. So in terms of if we ignore the foundation samples, I did not finish many products this year. This has definitely been a theme if you've watched some of the other videos, where when I first started off I finished a whole bunch of products really quickly because I was aiming to finish products that I'd already opened, and as I get on with this challenge I am only opening products that I intend to finish. It takes a long time to finish something. If you imagine how a tiny amount of bronzer that you use and you get a pan that's that big, it takes a long time to get through one of those. So I end up finishing a lot less products than I did right at the start of this. But as years go on, it probably gets more accurate, and this is probably actually closer to what was happening way back in 2018 when I started this. It was just that I finished all those products in that year. Does that make sense? You can go to the overall stats for 2023. My most common brand was Clinique. I think I had like a good 5 samples. Most common item type, foundation sample, unsurprisingly. Total number of products, 31. It was 11 in 2022, but obviously the massive amount of foundation samples is what skewed that. According to this, I spent £49.28 on makeup. I think it is less than that. Total known weight of products is 105.8 grams / millilitres. Daily average comes to 14 pence and 2.29 grams a day. The general trend is that it's going down, that I'm spending less on a face of makeup per day compared to previous years. So in total, over the past 6 years, I have finished 25 lip products, which comes to an amount of 79.57 grams and £217.99, which comes to an average of 10 pence a day. I finished 68 eye products over the past 6 years, which comes to 163.8 grams and £431.29, which is an average of 20 pence a day. When it comes to face, I have finished 47 products, which comes to 658.5 grams and £398.85, which is 18 pence a day. For the overall sort of statistics, my most common brand is Urban Decay, and that is because I count each individual single as a separate thing, even though they originally all came as palettes, and that is 24 products that I've finished from Urban Decay. I've spent £1,048 on 901.87 grams of product. I have finished 140 products in the past 6 years. The average price of a product was £7.49, which seems completely in line with the items that I choose for myself to buy. So that comes to a daily average of 48 pence per day and 0.41 grams of makeup on my face every single day that I wear makeup. I also made a big long list of all the different types of makeup that I've been using. In terms of brands, my most common ones are NYX at 18, Smashbox 14, Urban Decay at 24, Rimmel at 10, and then everything else is less than 10. And in terms of items, most common item is mascara at 24. Quite surprising. I wouldn't think I'd get through that many mascaras, especially compared to eyeshadow singles. So I got through 23 eyeshadow singles, and if you asked me, I'd have thought I use more eyeshadow on my face every day than I do mascara. But apparently I don't. 29 foundation, that is massively increased by the 19 foundation samples that I had this year. But I'm still counting those. 19 lipsticks, which checks out to me because I love a fancy lipstick. 11 primers, 15 eyeliners, 14 powders, and then the rest are all under 10. The thing that I've learned from this challenge is the same thing that I say every year. I've talked about this a million times. You do not need as many makeup products as you think you do. Now, if you want to spend your money on makeup products, go wild. If you want to buy all the fancy foundations and the new, fancy eyeliners, whatever, you do you. Absolutely fine. But you can get by on a lot less. And the products that you currently have will probably last you years. The fact that it's taken me 6 years to get through 19 lipsticks, like, I have way more than 19 lipsticks in my makeup box, which is over there. Way more. Which means that it's probably going to take me at least another 6 years to get through them. Now, makeup goes off way quicker than that. I don't know anyone who actually sticks to the makeup going off rules. I just wait until it smells funny. If you aren't interested in having excess because you're not a makeup collector, you don't need all these products. You're not going to finish them all before they expire. There's nothing wrong with enjoying makeup. There's nothing wrong with owning makeup and collecting makeup if that's what you want to do. But maybe if you're watching this video, use it as, make it double thinking before you buy something. Is it going to expire before you use it? Or is it still going to be sitting around 6 years later because you have 34 lipsticks that you can't get through? So yeah, these videos are not trying to guilt trip people into buying less makeup. They are trying to inform people on how to be a more conscientious consumer, to not necessarily just fall for hype because that's what you want. To take a second to think about what you've got, to think about how long it's going to last you, and to think about the sheer amount of product that you own, especially if you've already got a big stash at home. New videos on my channel roughly the 1st and the 15th of every month. Any thoughts about this down in the comments, let me know. Also, if you're going to try this, let me know if you know anybody else who's done this. As far as I'm aware, I don't know anyone who has tracked their makeup like this before. I've looked, I can't find anyone. I'm really genuinely interested in what other people's makeup consumption habits look like. I've seen Empties videos, but I've never seen anyone analyse it like this. So if anyone knows of any other like YouTuber who has done this, or if you personally have done this, please let me know, because I have no idea how this compares to other people because I don't have anything to compare it against. Okay, see you next time, bye!